Ano lagi tuloy ni Tampa? Ha? Ano isa ni Tanaw? Dua na.
Manny Pacquiao. He's taken a sixth consecutive win over all bigger than him and four heavier weight divisions and defeated them all. David Diaz, Oscar De La Hoya, Vicky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, Joshua Clottey, Antonio Margarito, and now Sugar Shane Mosley. Mosley hit with another straight left hand on the chin. And a quick reminder, remember, this man started his pro career at 106 pounds. He's up to 147 fighting big punchers. It's amazing. Ryder up. Connects to Pacquiao. And he's still great champion right there. Exactly. Manny Pacquiao looking for his seventh win against one loss around Shane Mosley 5-6-1 over 12 rounds, so his losing record will get worse.
Sarah.
Six seconds to go. Manny Pacquiao continues to roll on as he will likely defeat Shane Mosley, and the fans not happy with the performance by Sugar Shane. There were obviously places in this fight where Shane Mosley appeared to have a chance to make something happen, but would not take the risks. And so this man, Manny Pacquiao, great performance. The spirituality of Pacquiao, something that he doesn't wear on his sleeve. It's genuine, and it's something that drives him very, very much. Knowing Manny, especially when he comes to Las Vegas, he may go perform a concert. And tomorrow he is going to perform, in fact, later tonight at a pool party at Manly. So you got invited, I think. I'm singing a new record tonight. And the reaction. This is Pacquiao. Very intense outside the ring. Concerned even to the end, though, but more concerned here by Bella Gonzalez, Mosley's girlfriend. So let's take a look at the punch stats. These numbers are really interesting and revealing. Manny Pacquiao throwing twice the number of punches as Mosley and landing twice the number. What is interesting, Antonio, is that Pacquiao threw about 400 or 500 less than we normally see him throw in a 12-round fight. Is that because Mosley was able to, as a taller man, be defensive enough?
Well, yeah, he moved a lot, and he didn't really give Pacquiao those opportunities. But what's really revealing to me is 5 combos after 12 rounds.
Yes.
5 combos.
And let me tell you, we caught 1 or 2 on replays. That's about all there was fight. The 2 official fight, one we believe was quite legitimate, and that was when Manny Pacquiao knocked down Mosley. He would land kind of an uppercut on the inside here, and it turned out to be a very good punch. Straight left hand. It was actually straight left hand. And Mosley was in trouble, as evidenced by that. Later on in the fight, however, in round 10, it was Manny Pacquiao who would go down, although it became really obvious that it was a push. There was no punch landed. And I'm really surprised Kenny Bayless acquiesced to the outside, the timekeeper and countered for the knockdowns to make it a knockdown because he had a good look.
Now let's go inside the ring and Jimmy Little Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Glenn Trowbridge scores about 119 to 108. Dave Moretti sees it 120 to 108. And Dwayne Ford scores about 120 to 107. All three in favor of the winner. And still the WBO welterweight champion of the world, Manny Pacquiao.
So Manny Pacquiao does it again, improving his record to 53-3-2, defeating Jay Mosley to retain his WBO World Championship.
Ay, nainit. Naini-reflect dari nga. Init ba ba? Dari ba? I-set up muna natin, guys. Ina, pwede po sila mag-comment dito.
Well, Boxing Champions presents the official weigh-in for our big night of action taking place tomorrow night at the T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Fox Sports BBC pay-per-view and is brought to you by TGP Promotions and MP Promotions. Well, we begin our official weigh-ins with our pay-per-view opening attraction, Featherweights in the ring. We welcome our fighters now as they make their way to the stage. First, fighting out of Gilroy, California by way of Ibawe, Colombia. With 18 knockouts in his 26 wins, please welcome to the stage, Oscar El Guerrero Escandon.
Nainaon.
And now we welcome his opponent to the stage at this time, joining us from nearby Phoenix, Arizona, by way of Sonora and Mexico. His record 26-0 with 11 knockouts. Here's the undefeated Carlos Castro.
Wala lagi.
10. We are ready to bring our fighters to the scale at this time. Featherweight attraction, 10 rounds of boxing. Once again, opened up our pay-per-view event. Here is the 2004 Colombian Olympian, the veteran warrior, Oscar Escandon. £125.75 pounds, 125.75 pounds for Oscar Escandon. And out to the scale, the undefeated world-ranked super bantamweight contender, Carlos Castro. £125.5 pounds, 125.5 pounds.
It's very short, but you see, Escandon.
And there they are, ladies and gentlemen, opens up our Fox Sports BBC pay-per-view at 10 rounds of boxing featherweight attraction. Undefeated Carlos Castro against the former Olympian Oscar Escandon. All right, fans, here we go. We're ready to bring up our next fight. Premier Boxing Champions continues with our weigh-ins for tomorrow night's event. 12 rounds of boxing in a championship attraction. First, we welcome to the stage the contender from Tlalnepantla, Mexico. 28 knockouts in his 37 fights, Julio Pollito Ceja. And his opponent up to the stage at this time, a great fighter from the Philippines, undefeated in his campaign, 22 wins, no losses, 15 knockouts, Mark Magnifico Magsayo. All right, fans, here we go. We're ready to bring up our fighters to the scale for this. The WBO International Featherweight Championship weight limit on this fight is 126 pounds. First to the scale is a former champion, the hard-hitting veteran contender from Mexico, Julio Pollito Ceja. £125 even, a 125-pound ready weight for Julio Ceja. And now to the scale, we invite the undefeated world-ranked featherweight contender from the Philippines, Mark Magnifico Magsayo. 125.5 pounds, 125.5 pounds for Mark Magsayo. We have a fight, 12 rounds for the WBO International Featherweight Championship.
Wala. Babe, we've detected copyright video. Ano yan lagay?
Tanawa daw ko na sa mambili.
Ay, copyright trabito nga. Kira na.
There they are, ladies and gentlemen. It's 12 rounds of action scheduled for the
Stream
WBO
unavailable.
International Featherweight Championship. Mark Magnifico Magsayo versus former champion Julio Pollito Ceja.
Prestige.
All right, fans, here we go. Premier Boxing Champions presents the weigh-in for our co-main
Hindi na po naman
special attraction in the welterweight division. First, we invite to the stage at this time, fighting out of Wild Card Boxing Gym by way of Kansas. 25 knockouts in his 32 victories. Here is the former welterweight champion of the world, Vicious Victor Ortiz. And his opponent to the stage at this time,
Now we
from Gilroy, California, now fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, 29
copyright
ounces,
job nga
36
video ko
weeks,
dito.
former two-division
Copy
champion,
audio and video.
the Ghost Guerrero.
Tingnan nga.
And we're ready to bring our fighters to the scale. 10 rounds of boxing, welterweight special attraction, battle of former world champions, making his return to the ring on the scale at this time. The former welterweight champion of the world, Vicious Victor Ortiz. 148 pounds, Victor Ortiz, 148.
Someone.
And his opponent to the scale at this time, the popular former two-division champion of the world, Robert the Ghost Guerrero. 146.75 pounds, 146.75 pounds for Robert Guerrero.
Available na rin siya.
Generations to come will reflect humility, determination, perseverance, and endear the pride.
Yeah, mag-audio.
Naka na video. Yari na.
Fight fans, welcome back. In the Philippines, they say only the crowd gets old,
There they are,
not
battle
the
of
farmer.
former world champions in the
I'm waiting for you to slow down. It's not happening. What's going on?
Robert
Boxing
the
is
Ghost
my
Guerrero, Vicious Victor
Pacquiao.
Ortiz.
Sa knockout ang laban. Anong opinion nyo mga kabrother?
Ato ko ng ispon. Iahap na sa usap. Tagling kani. Stream. Stream na ta. Kaya hindi na. Wala ko na.